you know.
I can talk about that. I'm a duty.
Yeah.
I said duty.
Yeah. It's one of those things, like, I've said this, that I wish somebody would put together a menu of like all the things, like one-off little items from menus that are just like, oh my God, that's so good.
All right, I can start. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Artichoke and spinach dip from Copeland's.
The
Monroe's is trying to, Monroe's is tried to recreate it. It's okay. Copeland's was better.
Yeah, the bow tie.
Yeah, the fried bow ties
pasta
is really what makes it.
The peppercorn fillet at Warehouse.
It's a good one.
Bro, that's one of the most kind of like nobody slept on little things that nobody really knows, but it's incredible.
Don't they charge like $12 for the sauce now?
Probably, but it's, you know, I'm not going to say.
Their prices are outrageous.
Their prices have gotten pretty high.
Dude, I can eat in Dallas for cheaper than I can in Monroe in a few restaurants. It's nuts.
Yeah. But then here's another one. The crab claws or is it shrimp? At Janus's.
It is 100,000% the shrimp rosemary.
That's it.
Yeah, dude, and you just ask them for more of that sauce, and you can just dip that bread.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying.
That's just die.
It's not necessarily the shrimp's great, but it's the sauce and the bread.
Yeah, but that's also another restaurant that I have a kind of a beef with because no, the food is great, service is wonderful. They don't lose with me on any of that, right? Mm-hmm. It's the fact that they are quite literally like they're price gouging in there.
It's a high end.
Dude, was it $24 or $28 for crab cakes last time I walked in? Two 2-ounce medallions. Again, I'm going to go back to economics here. I guess if people are buying it, then their model works, and my theory does not, right?
But there's a few restaurants to me in this community that are like it's the seating is quote unquote limited, and so there's a consistency and their menus, changes 4 times a year. It's a seasonal menu. As things are coming in, look, the things that I saw as a restaurant owner where you were like, oh, I can get these, and the price was, I was like, are you kidding me on that? Like the price fluctuated so much. Fresh fish. Like the freshness of some of this stuff, man, it's not necessarily the restaurants that are gouging on it. It's these suppliers that are consistently gouging on it. I mean, I know of restaurants during COVID that were selling beef by the pound, and you can't go in and charge what you need to charge to make the same return on that, because if you did that, your prices would change every week, and not in a couple pennies here and there, and like $3 and $4 an entree every week, because it's a lot of this stuff is market rate, and it's why some of the restaurants that make the most money are the ones that charge, that are like the higher end sit down restaurants.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
Then also the ones like in college, I worked at Chili Verde. And everything was already prepped on a line. Like literally everything was cooked already, and they just had to put it together.
Yeah.
And so, but their stuff was just, what's the cheapest ground beef we can get? What's the cheapest steak we can get?
Yeah.
And they were, even then they were using cuts of steak, that skirt steak that were not, which is overpriced now, which was not overpriced, and not a whole lot of people wanted it then, and now it was a cheap cut of meat that's a really good.
Now people like chefs are using it and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I think you run into a lot of those things with some of the restaurants here, and that they, to deliver what we've always delivered, it's now.
And 2-ounce crab cakes in Northeast Louisiana should not cost that much money.
I'm not arguing.
And out of absolute just solidarity to the people, I refuse to order them, even though it's my favorite thing on their menu.
Yeah. Their seafood lasagna.
I keep hearing about that.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So me and Amanda, we ran an experiment. So I went on like a lasagna making kick for a bit, and I did really well. I made 3 batches. I nailed it. It was amazing. And I was like, I wonder how it measures up. So we got a lasagna from Gino's. Mm-hmm. We got a lasagna from Janus's. We got a lasagna from
Harrison
Olive Garden.
Oh,
yeah. You'd be amazed at the order that we came in. Let's take a guess. Let's go.
So it's not guessing. We kind of talked about it a little bit on the last podcast.
Did we? This?
Yeah, you didn't tell me about Olive Garden though.
Oh
But
shit.
yeah, it was
okay.
it was you, Januses.
Oh yeah, no, Olive Garden was involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Gino's was last.
Yeah, Gino's was. I think it was just it's the
I've
way they
eaten at
make it.
Gino's 3 times in the 22 years I've lived
Oh,
here.
really? Oh, so I think me too. Actually, they just used a really, really heavy sausage based like meat sauce, and it was just very sausagey.
Is it like Italian sausage that
Yeah.
fennel and all that stuff? in
Yeah,
it?
yeah, and it's just not for me. But yeah, they came in last. I wouldn't put myself in first. Actually, I will hand this to Januses. I think they beat the brakes off everybody. But yeah, all right. So I agree with both those restaurants, and I have beef with them for those reasons. And
So you have a particular taste.
to be fair, I still go eat there.
Yeah.
I just eat there less.
Yeah.
You know, gotta raise my fist every now and then.
So here's a fun one that I will. So I've done this twice now, and I would challenge any of you guys out there looking for a cool date idea with your girlfriend or wife or somebody you've been with for a while. This is not like a first date type thing, but like somebody you've been with a while and you know the things they like at different restaurants and stuff like that. So for Jess's birthday last year and the year before, we started a deal where it's like all her favorite things.
Yeah.
So I went to Doe's and got broiled shrimp and a filet.
Yep.
Ronan got sushi, and the side of noodles at Ronan, by the way, is incredible.
Is it?
Incredible.
Never had it. I guess I got to try it.
Got it for the kids once, and I'm like, Jess, try this. This is the best
was-
thing on the plate.
It was that worth it, huh?
And then went to Janusa's. She calls them noodle tubes. It's the
Cannolis?
no,
No, not
it's-
cannolis.
No, it's
I know what you're talking about.
pasta, cheese, and sauce. And yeah, that it'll come to me in a minute.
Yeah, it's
In fact, I got
manicotti.
that's yes. That's
Ah!
it. That's it.
I knew it ended with an E.
But it was like that, and then I went to Parrish, got a wedge salad. If you'd never had the wedge salad at Parrish, you are missing
Good and
out.
let's talk about an item from Parrish real quick. The grilled Caesar.
Yeah, I got a couple. It was a couple months ago. We had a meeting of it, and I got the pork chop. And
Killer.
like the thing about Parrish is, it's one of the more expensive restaurants. in
Yeah.
town, right.
Actually,
Like,
I think out of all the more expensive restaurants, it's the most reasonable.
no, I agree with that. They serve a lot, but
Yeah.
for a restaurant like that, I would expect smaller plate options.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, when this pork chop came out, it was as big, and I have a very big head. It was as big as my head.
It was that triple cut.
Yeah, it was I literally ate on that thing for 3 meals. I mean, it was.
Oh, I can't eat that thing.
Yeah.
I ate half of it, and I was
Well,
about rolling out of the
yeah,
restaurant.
That was like, and that night I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a good cut of meat, but it's gonna be a smaller pork chop. But yeah, so we did those and get those and just do a movie night, like a Netflix and chill night with like you just lay it all out and just eat what you want when you want. It's one of those things. I'm like, this is actually, it's really enjoyable, but you got to time out your pickups.
Oh, yeah,
because
'cause
they
otherwise
will
you
get
get
cold,
cold stuff, yeah.
and you can DoorDash it all, but that adds like our order is like almost $150 order. That'll add almost another 150. To
Oh
it.
yeah.
So like go pick it all up, but get your cold stuff first, and there's other things that we can add in there. I mean, birthdays, we got some cupcakes and stuff like that.
All right.
But that was a fun one. I would suggest that I thought was really fun. And
Yeah. All right, so let's pick our top 3 restaurants in NELA. Let's start out with the category, because I don't want to like put fast food restaurants in with like nice places.
well, no offense, but if you got fast food in your top 3,
I do have a fast food item in my.
Really?
It's not a chain, but I have a fast food item in my top 3 in one of my categories for sure.
okay,
It's
in restaurants, I mean though.
yeah,
Okay,
it's freaking delicious.
all right.
I'll tell you about it later.
All right.
All right, let's pick a top 3 sit down restaurant. Ticket price is $20 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Top 3. Where you going?
And Janusz is my favorite.
Okay,
My
all right.
favorite. My favorite.
Fair pick.
Number 2 is For His Temple. Hands down.
I do like them. I like the people that own it as well.
Yeah.
They're very nice people.
And it's good quality food. And it's healthy food, but it's
Oh yeah, so they're farm to table actually,
Yep.
completely gluten free. There's not supposed to be a speck of gluten in there.
Mm-hmm.
So for anybody who is celiac or has gluten allergy,
you'll typically see the Eccles family in there if you
yeah.
go for lunch.
So no, all the like the snacks and the desserts and all the stuff and the breads and everything in there, all that's supposed to be gluten free, unless something's changed, but I don't think it has. And they grow a lot of their own veggies, and so the things they're serving you are extremely, extremely like wholesome and good for you. So it's I always enjoy that. And again, they're just super nice people.
And then number 3, I got to put Parish in that mix.
Yeah.
It's I've never had a bad meal there.
So I'm going to have to say something critical of Parrish, and I do apologize because they know that I love them. Speaking of,
Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. I would say, because I'm in there all the time, standard has to be
well,
in
standard
my top.
Parrish,
But standard
Si-
lunch.
standard lunch is solid.
Lunch. Yeah. But I mean, it's the same.
Yeah.
It is, but it isn't. It's the same owner.
Yeah. So Parrish, you said you've never had a bad meal at Parrish. I've never had a good steak at Parrish. I have addressed this, and I'm like, I don't know if it's the way I cook it. I don't know if it's the cut of meat. I don't know what it is. It is just not the place for me for steak. I do not go there for steak. I will never order it again. I gave it like 3 shots and
So
yeah.
for me, when I go to a nice sit down restaurant, and this might just be the South Louisiana in me, I don't. Steak's not typically like I'm not typically looking at steak on a menu to order unless I go to Dose. Like then it's like
unless
I'm
I go
going
to a place for steak.
Yep.
Like at those, I know I'm getting a petite filet, mid rare with their green beans or their mac and cheese. I don't eat the roll and 2 glasses of whiskey, and that's what I order every time I'm at
It's
Dose.
it's a like I said, like I'm gonna go to a steakhouse for a steak, but that's like I think I was just raised on seafood, so I'm typically looking. Honestly, if scallops are on the menu, that's typically going to be one of my.
Does a wonderful job.
They really
on scallops, and they typically have a dish over risotto, which I love, like some truffle risotto or something like. Delicious. All right, so my top 3, I'm gonna go with. Not for the food, but for the customer service and atmosphere. I'll talk about that. Number 1 is going to be Parrish for me. If they know I'm coming in, my whiskey is already sitting on the bar or the table before I even get in the door. As soon as they see my car drive by the front window, it's on the table. I don't have to ask or anything. They always fit me in when I say always. If it allows, they will always try to get me in there, and I really appreciate that. The customer service is probably the reason I go there over the food, and the food is excellent. Fresh fish, even though I'm not a big fish eater, I will eat fish there. Scallops there, phenomenal. And their appetizers. That's actually why I go there. It's really more of like me and Amanda go and we split 2 or 3 apps, and she has a glass of wine, I have a glass of whiskey, and we go home and go to bed. Like, that's it.
That was and like right after college, I moved back home to Baton Rouge briefly for a few months. But one of my favorite things to do, we'd go, and this is where I kind of modeled what we did at Pickle Barrel off of this somewhat. We'd go to Chimes East, which was not the one on LSU's campus, but
oh, okay.
yeah.
I was like,
it was
not a ULM experience.
No, it's their second location. Yeah. But they had 100 beers on tap. Their appetizer menu was as long as their entree menu. And I'd go, it'd be me and like 4 or 5 buddies. We'd all pick an appetizer, and it was just like, hey, just bring us different beers. Now, if you're going to bring me something that's $20 a beer, let me know before you do it. But just bring us different stuff so we can all try it. And we'd pregame there and like would try everything out. Yeah, I always love being able to do that with friends. And
I'm a big small plate eater. Like I really enjoy like, hey, you bring out 3 medallions of steak and everybody has a bite, and you bring out some artichoke and spinach dip and everybody has a little bit. Just I enjoy stuff like that. All right, number 2. I'm going to have to go with those. And again, I think it's going to be for the customer service aspect over the food. It's just another one of those things, like if Chad's there, or I can't remember her name. She's a very nice girl. She knows who I am now. It's kind of the same thing. They see me in the front door, and if they know I'm coming to sit at the bar, there's a glass of whiskey on the bar. And
2 fingers of whiskey and a little bit of spit. Loves it. It's like-
I prefer to hold the spit personally, but whatever. Alcohol kills everything. And then
I mean, I know you're number 3. I feel like I know you're number 3.
do you?
But go ahead.
I'm unsure if my number 3.
Really, Harrison? There's 3 places you eat all the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but again, I go there for the service. Maybe we should say this should turn into a what's the deal with customer service. We said we would get there.
Yeah, we get there.
So me and DJ could not figure out what we were going to talk about. We looked over our list of all of our ideas, and we were like, nothing was hitting. And so we just started talking about food, and we are like, all right, just mic up, let's go.
Yeah.
It's like we'll fucking back into it somehow.
But honestly, how many times do people say everyone should work in the food industry at least once in their life?
Oh, everybody,
Right?
You should make your kid work in the food industry for 1 year at least. And I was about to put, just like they should serve in the military for a year. I actually don't think that'd be a bad idea. But it teaches so much. Mm-hmm. Like working for tips only is a very powerful lesson to learn in life. It truly is.
Well, and it's also, it's an industry where you think you know everything about it, and you get in there and you recognize that you don't have a clue. And it's one of the reasons why food-based businesses are the most volatile businesses to open. And it's because everybody comes in there and they think, oh, everybody eats. I know how to do this. I cook really well at home. Well, cooking at scale is very different. And then delivering product to people, no, not everybody's taste buds are so different. It's even like you and I, we can say we have the same favorite restaurant, and well, what's your favorite 3 things on the menu? They're going to be different.
Yeah.
Or we can go, hey, stick in appetizers. What's your favorite 3 appetizers? And they're going to be different. Right.
Yeah.
And so like we all are very different in what we really like in that world. And so learning how to work and navigate through the differences that people want and the things that you think might be more important, but they're not. And you also learn to shut up and quit giving your opinions all the time.
Yeah.
And
the people who have mastered these skills have ushered in my 3 favorite restaurants. Mm-hmm. So that's super fair. That is a cool realization we just had instead of talking about restaurants.
But you also talk about that up here too. What did you say? What have you said?
Unreasonable customer service. Mm-hmm. Like that is what I preach these days. Mm-hmm. It's everything, man. Sometimes it's not about your customer service is the experience, but it's not necessarily about the product, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's about the fact that people can just trust you to do a great job and to make them feel good and help them feel led along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where this all kind of originally started was who's got the best burger in town?
Yeah. All right. So can I name number 3
that's
real
kind
quick?
of
We'll go to
go for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
what's number 3?
Don Chewy.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
And it's because of the ownership's super nice to me. They see me a lot. I bring the staff in there a lot. Mm-hmm. But it's the same thing. They see the truck pull up. I pull up in my little VIP parking spot, and it's not a parking spot. They don't care. Mm-hmm. Her name's Kim. I tried to hire her as an agent. She wouldn't do it, but I tried. And but no, I mean, dude, if I can send Kim a text right now, she'll put reserved on the bar top or at a table for me. She sees my car drive by. Top shelf frozen margarita with why am I blanking out right now? Orange liqueur. Grandma Marnier. Oh, yeah. Grandma topper on top. Mix it through. That's my drink. No salt, no lime. That's my drink. And it's there. She doesn't even hand me a menu. She doesn't bring me chips and salsa. She knows I don't want either one. I'm going to order one of 3 things. Life's good. People are great. Mm-hmm. And I will not want for anything when I'm in front of her. And she knows that I'm typically there to work, and so she'll put me off to the side where I have a charger, and she'll even bring laptop stands and phone stands and hand them to me so that I can work more. She started doing that on her own. She's like, "Hey, I've noticed this, and so I brought you this and brought me phone stands and a charger and all that stuff." And I was like, I'm gonna work in front of you more often.
That's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unreasonable customer service.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. So let's go back to the burger conversation. Mm-hmm. You said you had something juicy for me.
Oh yeah. So and this one's it's not your typical if we're
top 3 burger in Northeast Louisiana.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
So if you're not staying within the criteria of just a regular cheeseburger, this one fits. It's not your regular.
I'm going to allow any
cheeseburger
if it has beef or bison or or some sort of red meat on it,
Yep.
I'm calling it a burger today.
So Aaron's Pharmacy has a burger. It's called the Rose Lawn burger. It's got pimento cheese on it and stuff. Bruh, I had that a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I used to sell these, and I couldn't touch this thing.
Yeah.
It was.
So they're not using TNT patties over there. No, that's hand patted patties.
Yep. No, I like TNT patties. Tony's on top. It's hard to beat.
I'm going to agree with you that TNT patties are actually really good.
Yeah. And that's what we use at Pickle Barrel.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what TNT patties are, what does it stand for? It was like something and tasty or something like that.
I don't know.
But anyway, no, it's pre-frozen patties, and they throw them on a blacktop and season them up.
If you've lived in Louisiana long enough, you've either eaten them in somebody's backyard, if you've gone to, I think, Fieldhouse, Dax, myself, Avocados, we all had them. In fact, it was funny. Those restaurants, hey, I'm out of jalapeno buns. Can I borrow some from you? Or hey, I'm out of burgers. Can I borrow some from you? Like, we all did that all the time behind the scenes. And it's just one of those, like, it's just we tried the hand patting. It's a lot of work. I didn't have a lot of back of house. It's not very consistent. You know, I'd go back there and we pre-cooked a lot of our stuff, and I'd have some burgers that were like this big. I'm like, guys, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing?
It's going to take somebody just spent $10 on this burger.
Yeah,
They're
and so it was the best way, and honestly, the most efficient way of being consistent. And
the burgers were good.
Yeah,
I ate a lot of Pickle Barrel.
Yeah, I did too. I did too. The what was it? The Cajun burger was the one with the ham and bacon and egg and all that stuff on it. That was really good. It was my favorite.
All right, get us back to the Rose Lawn.
Yep.
All right.
Dude, the Rose Lawn, and I can't remember exactly what was on it, but I remember eating it. It's like, dude, this is incredible. Then I'm gonna go with Enox's Bombay burger. It's
so funny. So back to the different taste buds. I've never ordered either one of those burgers.
Wow. So it's got yellow curry and stuff like that. Yes, trust me, try it. It's incredible. Bombay is my go-to at Enox. Absolute go. If I'm not ordering like a sandwich because I can't get the Reubens and the corned beef and all that stuff anymore. So now Enox is my taste for that. If I'm going to get a burger, it's a Bombay burger without a doubt. I don't even look at the menu.
Yeah.
And then let's see, Parish or Standards smash burger.
So they're not cooked the same.
Standard smash burger then.
Okay. I will say I don't think they're cooked the same because I actually prefer the Parish version, the double.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I've never had the Parish version. I have had the standard version multiple times, and it's incredible. But that's my three favorite here in town.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have to go try because I've had standards. It's not unfortunately gonna make my list. Although Parish's was in there. Now I'm gonna laugh whenever we get like a tag at the bottom and Corey's like, "You dumbasses, it's the same burger."
Yeah, I didn't.
It's like, well,
I haven't had the Parish.
But I have had both, and my opinion was I enjoyed the one at Parish more.
It's different kitchens.
It could have been the difference in to go and there. I don't know.
That's right.
So anyway, maybe I'll ask Maya. So there we go. We'll see. All right. Number one. Are you ready?
Sonic. No.
No, although I mean
they make a good hangover burger.
Them and Freddy's is
sure.
not bad, dog.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Blue Iguana Classic Smash.
So I've never had it, but I have heard it was good.
The best $11 you could possibly spend. It's great. Man, it's so good. It's so good.
As you can tell, my menu is very Monroe. Because I live in I live in the Garden District, so it's like all of those are right there around me.
Yeah, that's fair. Let me see. Oh man. So I want to give Vanna's. That's another West Monroe restaurant. I want to give them some credit.
That's what he said.
Yeah, no, Vanna's is great, except for it should come with a warning sign and a disclaimer. If you eat this, you are going to bed.
Yeah, it comes with a nap.
Yeah, it comes with a nap. It's the only reason I really don't eat there more often is because I can't eat their food without absolutely going comatose later, and I can't operate like that.
Yep.
I can't even do that on the weekends, and I am. So I mean, maybe a Saturday night, but they're not open on Saturday night, so you can't get it. So anyway, so they get kind of an asterisk around their silver medal from me. And coming in bronze, yeah, I guess I'll give it to the Parish double. I think I will.
It's good, man.
Yeah, I keep waiting for Doe's. So, Doe's will make their own hamburger meat. And now you can go get it. You can ask them at Beef and Barrel. If you don't know, the owners of Doe's own Beef and Barrel. And so they sell a lot of Doe's product in there that you can go home and cook yourself. So you can actually go get their hamburger meat that is from their steak trimmings. Now, if you catch one of their fine senior gentlemen in there who have been there for a while, you can actually ask them to make the mixture kind of however you want. So, I mean, like you have actually eaten a burger that was just filet and ribeye trimmings. Yeah, when I was smoking burgers at the crib one night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
Awesome.
was straight up, like I'm sitting there looking at them and they are putting hunks of filet and ribeye in there. And I was like, I think you have to charge me more for this.
Yeah,
Like, holy cow. He was like, man, it's all we have. Like, we gotta get it for you. So you can actually get them to do stuff like that, and super reasonable. I think it's like $9 a pound. Yes, that's more than what you pay for at the store, but the quality of meat is it's outrageous, right?
And those burgers were incredible.
They were. Yeah, we smoked them low, and I mean they were at a mid rare, and man, they were good. Maybe mid, but yeah. So you can go there and get that, and just a lot of really good stuff over there. So if Doe's ever decides to make a burger with that meat and perfects a recipe, I think we will have a new contender in town.
I think, I think one day they may or may not. I mean,
Oh, I definitely think they are. And I know that they've talked about it for years. I mean, dude, they've been talking about it for 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. I was doing burger tastings in Doe's before Doe's opened.
And just so the public knows, when we opened Neat together, Doe's was opening at the same time. So we'd always get invited to wine tastings, or we'd just get 2 or 3 ribeyes delivered in a clamshell saying, hey,
tell us how it is.
Yeah, we're seasoning the broiler. Tell us what you think. And it was like the craziest thing. We should have opened the same day. We just got our paperwork into the city like 3 hours before them.
Yeah.
And so we were able to get in on one council meeting and they had to wait till the next. Just very interesting how that stuff played out. But yeah, we went through kind of the whole process of remodeling our building while they were doing that.
Yeah.
And open right at the same time.
And I was employed by them at the same time.
Yeah. And so, but that was probably one of my favorite experiences during the remodeling. And he's like, hey, so we're tasting cabs. Y'all want to come hang out?
Oh, dude, that was really incredible. So at the time, I had not really drank a lot of wine. And I began to get a really big appreciation for it because I was able to, at that point in my life, I was a poor college kid.
Yep.
I didn't have access to any of these things. And so to be able to get in that group and them explain things to me like, hey, this is what you're tasting. Like, taste it, put it down. Now taste it, And so I started getting a big appreciation for wine. Then, unfortunately, I ran into a brick. And I can taste whiskey these days, but wine just tastes like spoiled grape juice. So
yeah, it's so just so you know, like when you walk into Doe's, you have the front section that's kind of you walk in and kind of go back this way, and you have that section right there that's like 3 tables on the right, 1 big table on the left. Every one of the 3 tables on the right and the 1 big table on the left were filled with different bottles of wine.
Yeah.
And that's where we did that tasting. And after about 6 or 7 tastes,
it's just a drinking party after
that.
that.
It's all the same. It's all the same. And then they roll out the steak bites, and it was just a good time. But it helped with those guys making like, hey, this is really good with this. Try this, but those experiences while also renovating their building for them was well worth
years off of our lives.
Well worth it. That's all right. We were repaid with wine and beer, wine and steak. It was I wouldn't do it over. There are certain things I would do a little better, maybe finishing concrete, but but other than that, I wouldn't do it any differently.
So we have to dig a trench in our slab because our pipe's busted underneath the slab. So we paid somebody to come in and jackhammer up the slab, and DJ was like, all right, here's the prices for concrete finishers come out. I was like, DJ, I poured concrete from my junior high days all the way till I graduated. I can finish out that concrete.
So we got a wheelbarrow and a bunch of bags of concrete, and we made our own concrete inside the building, and I poured them, and Harrison finished the work. I'm just glad we painted the floor black, and the only place you could really see it was in the men's bathroom, but nobody cared. So, it was, but we had to. We completely remodeled that place. It all had to be done. And then opening night, we had never flushed the toilets the amount of times you're going to flush the toilet in a bar. And so the old clay pipes out by the street were collapsed, and we didn't know that. So there was another almost $2,000 bill after the opening night that we had to fix the plumbing outside.
Like, hey, congrats, we made $2,000. Hey, congrats, we lost $2,000.
Yeah. So if you pull into that driveway, you see about a 1.5 2 foot wide cut in the concrete. That's why that was. That was opening night. We had to do that.
Yep.
But thank you, Kelly Plumbing. They did great.
Yeah.
That was a fun
good time,
experience.
man.
It was.
Yeah.
I can knock you for that. You can knock me for my paint color choices.
Oh, okay. Let's get into that for a second. All right. So I walk into the bar, and we have painted the entire thing. And when I say we, I mean like literally me and DJ have painted. Mm-hmm. And it looks like the damn Seattle Seahawks meets THLT in there.
Seattle Seahawks are probably going to win the Super Bowl this year, so I don't know why we're really knocking their color scheme.
I mean, I don't know. But so I walk in, and I'm sitting down with DJ, and I'm like, DJ, I hate these colors. And this bar was literally built for people my age, and I would not drink here. This is awful. DJ got so mad. Oh, God.
We did. And what we ended up painting, we didn't really change the colors a whole lot. We
went
changed
to the blue.
the green to maroon. Was it the trim that was green?
Oh, yeah. Middle.
Changed all of that to maroon. But I think the blue and black.
We took out the neon green because neon green was everywhere.
Yeah, it was. It was all in the trim. In the middle, it was just
our wood trim, like our 1x12s at the base. That was
no, not the base. The base was all the same color. Because mind you guys, when we did this, it was a very keep it simple, but the paint it was
we couldn't afford designers.
Yeah, it was, but it really didn't need it. It wasn't big enough. We built the cushions for the
literally
bench and all of that stuff.
Hand did those ourselves. Like that was nuts.
It was it was everything you would expect in a first nightclub, and it worked out. But there were learning experiences for everyone in there.
No, we need to keep going on this color story. DJ's leaving out the best part.
Yeah.
Me and DJ straight up get into it. Yeah. Like it's a fight.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear another thing about this colors. So there were some explicatives added in there. And then how long? We didn't speak for maybe a day or two.
Yeah.
Because it was a good one.
So the color scale was a complementary color scale, and the color scale worked in that regard. And this is one of those things where it's like, just because it works in principle doesn't mean it's practical.
Correct.
And going to work. And so it was one of those things. So in my mind, it was like, no, these colors go together this way. But Harrison was right. They do, but it looks like crap.
It looked like we were going to go play pinball with a bunch of 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, it took my wife walking in and saying, Harrison's right, shut up.
So DJ had to tuck tail. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I've had to tuck tail and come apologize to him too. But it was one of my life's victories was DJ coming to actually go, hey, man, I gave you hell the other day, and upon further review of the play, you were right, and I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
And then we laughed and had a drink, and it was good.
Yeah, even the decorations and stuff was martini ads that I found from one company online that we just blew up and then built a wood frame around them and drilled it into the concrete, the cinder block brick walls.
I actually liked those ads.
I did
thought
too.
They were cool.
Yeah, I thought it worked really well. There was.
I think our overall concept for the bar was actually it did work. I think it would work again. No. The The answer is no.
No, I have no interest in doing that either.
DJ and Harrison are not going back into the bar business.
It was lucrative though. There are, if you're ever interested in doing it, I think it's a good time to open one now, especially with what's coming. And I've seen people float ideas out there. Now, I will tell you this: if you want to open a nightclub, you want to open a bar, please have experience in doing that. Don't just go at this and say, "Hey, this would be an easy business to do." It is not. If you do not know what you are doing, you will fail very, very miserably and very, very quickly.
And it is a lifestyle decision.
It is.
Which is the exact reason. I'm not in the nightclub and bar industry because of that, for any other reason than lifestyle decision. Yep. I wanted to be taken seriously as a business person. Mm-hmm. I wanted to grow as a human, and I wanted to be a better human than I was being. And that lifestyle did not lend to it. Everyone is susceptible. No one is above the principle of hang around the trash can, you come out smelling like garbage.
That's right.
You hang around drugs long enough, you're going to do drugs.
That's right.
You hang around people who cheat on their wives long enough, you're going to cheat on your wife. You hang around whatever it is. If you tolerate it, it's possible to become it. And so I just have to, I don't hang out with lazy people. Why? Because I'm not allowed to be lazy.
Yeah.
I don't, man, I have exited friendships and things because I'm like, hey, we're just not in alignment. And I love you. I love you from a distance. Have a good day.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I'd agree. It does. And it opens you up to a world of people and experiences that you don't get, in daylight hours. A lot of people that frequent bars often are those that are hurting in some kind of way. And it's not that everybody that does, but it's, the people that are there consistently and there's some things they're not talking about and that they're dealing with in other ways, and you get brought into that. And now, I want all three of my kids when they get to college. I made so much money doing that, working little. It's the one job in college that I would recommend because you have plenty of time to study, and you make a lot of money for the 2 or 3 nights a week that you're going to work.
I would make somewhere in between. I mean, a bad night for me was 100 to 200. A good night was 200 to 500. And I mean, I would work, while I was in school, 2 to 3 nights a week. Now then I decided, here's a whole nother thing. What's the deal with college degrees? And that's it. I mean, I made it to my sophomore year, and I liked playing beer pong more than I like studying, which I do not condone. And the reason for my decision and my agnostic feelings at that point were my friends are coming out of college making $30,000 a year with $60,000 in student loans. I already make 60 working 2 to 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And if I just went and worked 5 days a week, I'd be a lot closer to 6 figures. I achieved that in I was 21 years old, making 6 figures in cash, and living a life that I thought was super fun at the same time. That path would have landed me in jail or dead by now. It was dangerous because it is so lucrative. And then when you get into ownership plus management, plus you're still making tips. I mean, at 25 years old, I was making 150 plus in cash, equivalent to 200 plus thousand a year job with no college degree.
Knowing what I know now.
Yeah.
When you and I parted ways and you went and did the real estate thing and have done well with the real estate thing, they say hindsight's a bitch, but could you imagine what it would have been like if we were doing this on the weekends and real estate during the week? Grinding
started out that way, like at 21 years old or 20 years old, we're like, hey, Harrison, we're going to be professional bar owners, which let's talk about somebody who's done that. Like Lee Denny has done that. He has gotten, now I don't know the guy's personal life. I don't even know the cat. But perceivably, it looks like he has figured out how to run bars while keeping out of the lifestyle. So great for him. So it is possible. And it probably took him a long time to develop that system, if I had to guess. But you could definitely do real estate hardcore Monday through Friday. You're always, as a bar owner, you're always available to your phone.
That's right.
So you could definitely do Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, and still make great money and double dip. And I feel like that was DJ's way of going, hey, Harrison.
No, it's not. I'm thinking back, not going forward.
But also, you'd have to have some really, really strong accountabilities and disciplines around that. if you didn't want to get lured in and you didn't want your real estate business, because that is going to be more lucrative at the end.
Right.
If you don't want your real estate business being affected negatively by the nightclub industry.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was one of those, like, I mean, what I was making in neat and so I went into this clothing industry, this industry I knew really nothing about. If I would have gone into this industry, probably there were applicable skills that I had that I could have utilized there instead of what I was, because I was doing it very professionally. I had a manager in place. I wasn't there most nights. Most of my work in the industry as an owner was during the week. It's inventory and it's, doing those kind of things and, going through registers and all that. So making sure Rux wasn't stealing that much and,
Full disclosure, Rux doesn't steal.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. That's just, And so I tell people all the time, like there's 3 people up here that I've worked with outside of this building. And, that's.
Wait, who's the third?
Me. Well, it's me, you, and Rux. And, Sean, I wouldn't say worked with Sean, but I saw Sean a lot.
You saw Sean
Pickle Barrel and things like that. And so, just the community here and the people that I get to work with here now. But going through that process, like there were things there where I was kind of focused on that T-shirt company, and it's just bad partnership all the way around. But in there, I mean, we hit some home runs in that, and I learned some things in that I did not know on how media works and how you can get things pushed out very, very quickly without even trying. And but it requires good teamwork and partnerships to get product delivered. But anyway, if I'd have did that, like if I'd have been really hammering the real estate stuff during the week and utilizing connections and things there, like you were doing, it's no telling where we'd be at today. But also in the same breath, the 5-year education I have now would not have existed because I would have been doing real estate.
Yeah.
And
so are you thankful for your college degree?
I'm very micro in this opinion. My college degree gave me no applicable skills.
Yeah. And define what that is for everybody.
So I got a general business degree because I played baseball at ULM and I wanted to. So I was a semester away from graduating with a marketing degree, but I wanted to switch to graphic design because I wanted to get more into the advertising side of marketing and not so much the sales side. A marketing degree is sales. And newsflash, if you know how to talk to people, if you know how your product works and you believe in your product, you can sell it. You don't need a degree for that. A degree just says that I committed to something and I've completed it. That's all it says on paper.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to go to college and go get a master's and you're going to get something that is a tangible skill, like I'm going to go be an engineer, or I'm going to go be an accountant, or I'm going to go be a pharmacist, a doctor, something like that. Highly believe in 4-year degrees. But when my businesses closed and all of that stuff happened, I had 0 applicable skills outside of sales and my own self to be able to utilize to do anything. But if I'd have went to 2-year school and I became an electrician or a plumber or something like that, I could have at least started doing like handyman work and picked up some money here and there.
Right.
I was so codependent on someone hiring me and giving me money that 4-year degree didn't justify the times where like the valleys that you're going to go through when
you've made most of the money in your life, not by employment, but by
entrepreneurship. And so it helped in there, and you're going to have peaks and valleys in life and careers. But they said my professional degree didn't help my degree didn't help. Now I did take the LSATs. I did get accepted into law school. I never went to law school. If I'd have went to law school, then there's a skill.
That's where I would say,
I could
100%
where my degree would make sense. But like when my mindset is when my kids come to, like when we graduate in high school and like, all right, for our generation, it was you got to go to college, you got to get a college degree, and that's it. For me, with my kids, it'd be like, look, I don't want you to go to college if you don't know what you want to do, or if you don't like you want to take a year off, you want to do that, cool, let's do that, because that's not money well spent going waste your time.
Yeah.
But do you want to specialize in something?
Yeah.
Or hey, let's go to Delta over here, because here's a fun one. ULM's average graduate is, I think they're getting paid, it's like between 30 and 40,000 a year as they come out of school. Delta's average graduate, I think it's 62,000 a year as they come out of school. And it's because the need for plumbers and welders and things like that.
Okay.
Like, go try to hire one. Remember us trying to get somebody to do drywall and neat? Yeah, it was like pulling teeth. And we didn't have, like, the bar is not much bigger than this room we're sitting in. And the drywall need was a women's bathroom and a men's bathroom. Like, truthfully, if I knew how to do it then, I could have did it myself. It wasn't that much. But getting someone in, that was one of the deals that, that kind of held our project up 2 or 3 weeks, because we couldn't get anybody in to do it. Now, mind you, it might have been because it was a small job, and
and we didn't know anybody at the time. Like today, right now, I could have somebody in there in 24 hours.
Right. But it was just one of those things, like those skills and those need-based jobs. And Mike Rose says now, everybody 10 years ago was telling everybody they need to learn how to code, they need to do this, they need to do this, they need to do this. Well, AI is taking those jobs. You know what jobs AI is not taking? Plumbers, electricians.
Yeah, it's you got a little while before they start.
Well, robotics will get into a lot of that.
Oh yeah, no, they already have, like, they're already putting beta testing in place right now for AI machines that will lay shingles for you. So yes, they're going to work on things where robots will look at electrical, look at plumbing and all that. And I think it's going to be one of the last things to go. And someone has to understand it if it gets it wrong, because AI is just not there right now.
Yeah, and will it get there?
Oh, I think it definitely will. And it's going to take a while. I think our generation is safe. Our kids' generations are probably mostly safe. The one after them, I don't know about that. It's gonna be a weird world.
It's gonna be a weird world in the next 10 years with how fast AI moves. That's another thing that technology. You think about it, like technology in our parents' generation
versus my car drives me to Dallas.
Yeah, versus what's happened in our generation. I mean, it's light years.
Yeah, and if you would have told your parents when they were our age that, hey, by the time your age is doubled, you can sit in a really nice vehicle, you can put in an address 4.5 hours away, and the car will drive you in the driveway of your destination, they would have been like,
well, they all thought that was supposed to happen around the year 2000.
Oh,
that whole generation was
like the George Jetsons.
Well, no, it was like when they were in their 20s and 30s. That was the thing. Like all the movies, the year 2000. That's when all this technology, and it was like the Jetsons was.
Yeah,
and it's taken a little more time, but there is a world where a lot, like the next 20 years, having vehicles that you just.
Oh, I think that you will have. I think you will. The upper class of society will have flying vehicles in the next 20 years. I believe that.
I just don't trust that. But
I don't love it, but I think it's going to happen. In fact, there's already they actually exist. I mean, if you want to go drop $200K, you can go get a one-man helicopter, you're sitting down and you fly like 40 feet in the air, and you go like that. That actually exists right now.
I already have a fear of like dying in a car accident on the interstate.
Do you really?
Oh, absolutely.
Don't even think about
it. I take that and then elevate you 40 feet off the ground. That just, to me, that elevates that fear a little more.
Man, I just know that when I'm in the air, like some people like flip out, and I'm like, if God wants me dead, that's where I'll be at the end of this. I
get that.
Yeah.
But it's also in that same vein. It's like people tell me, "Oh, pray for it." No, you got to put the works in too.
No. Yeah, faith without works is dead.
Yeah,
like it's when people are like, well, like if God wants my house to sell, He'll bring somebody around at this price. Like, no. He said, you do the right thing, and the right things will happen to you.
That's right. That's right. So it's just one of those like getting in that way. And how far have we? Yeah, we tangent a lot. We started talking about food. Now we're on AI.
I told you it would all work out.
Yeah,
and we got about 5.
Yeah. So here's you didn't mention it. What was your fast food restaurant.
Oh, Blue Iguana.
Oh,
It is a fast food.
it's low.
It's
It's low.
It's quick. It's short order. You go in there. You ask for a smash burger. It's out in 5. Yeah.
And I always say to give talk about local restaurants and stuff like that, give somebody some love. So I've had food to go from this place, but I finally went in and ate breakfast at Bell's Old South this past weekend.
It's solid, bro.
Holy cow!
It is there's nothing. It's a country breakfast.
Yep.
But their bacon.
I didn't get the bacon.
Oh, bro.
I got the cheesesteak omelet. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's too heavy for breakfast for me. I can't do it.
It was, the person I was with got the Rougarou omelet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had that.
And he was like, it's really good, but it's kind of spicy. And like, it looked good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But it was, if you guys, Bell's Old South, if you see this and you need a bigger location, please call me. I can help you find one. Because it was, when I got in there, it was.
Dude, food's great.
And there wasn't a line, but there was constantly people walking in and waiting for tables to get up so that they could sit down.
Yeah, breakfast time is hard to get in there, and it's a big spot. A lot of older folks, a lot of blue collar workers. That's where they go in and having their lunches. I see a lot of company leaderships going in there and having their breakfasts in there. But no, I mean, the food's solid. Now you gonna die of a heart attack if you eat there too much.
I mean,
yeah, but.
I'm working on that 5:30 to 6:30 every morning.
Yeah, but yeah, no, their food's phenomenal. That's a good honorable mention for breakfast spots.
And here's another place that I absolutely love, but it doesn't get the traffic that I think it deserves, and that's Daily Harvest. Have you ever eaten there?
Right over there?
Yeah, on Forsyth.
So their schedule must be weird because I've actually driven by there to get, because I remember I used to go get their chicken salad on their like multigrain wheat bread, and every time I drive over there, they're not open.
It's I don't know. It's the parking lot looks empty. It's like I said, it doesn't get the traffic that I wish it got, but it's always, look, their king cakes are good. That's another thing this time of year. Their king cakes are good.
Maybe a good one.
But they always have, it's like a healthier type restaurant.
Yeah.
That is, again, it's one of my top 10 in this area.
Yeah. Well, I'm not agreeing to top 10, but I do agree that it's good and underrated. All right, so let's talk about what is the restaurant. No, we don't want to be hypercritical here. We're not talking down on anybody. We're proud of all you entrepreneurs for trying, and we do believe in honest feedback.
That's right.
What is your number one restaurant that, I mean, they got something, but it just ain't hitting, and they need to figure it out? I know what mine is. What is yours?
Well, I'll tell you what mine is, and it's a customer service thing, 100%.
Okay.
Basil. Love their food. Love everything. I'm not gonna say I love everything about it, but love their food. I called in a to-go order, and it was an automatic 20% gratuity
On a to-go?
on a to-go order.
What?
I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's coming from somebody who's in the tip culture. Like, I tip well. Like, I called in. One of our agents had a birthday party for his daughter this weekend, and I didn't know what the service was going to be like at the restaurant. I just called in to take care of their bill. They didn't know it, and I mean, it was without even asking. It was like, it's 25%, and it's a high ticket price place, and like they made good money. And that's I wasn't there. I just wanted to make sure that everybody got paid well.
Right.
But yeah, no. So with that being said, like, I believe in tipping well.
Agreed, 100%.
And tip based on service, right? Like,
Right.
18 to 20% is a good starting spot for good service. And if somebody goes above and beyond, hook them up, right? And I do not believe that to-go orders are worthy of a 20% tip. I think $1 or $2 for, like, greeting you with a smile and throwing some utensils in a bag is a very fair thing. 20%, I would not ever order to go again.
So they lost me as a customer.
Oh, wow.
On that. It was like one of those. It was like, are you serious with this? And it's not carry out to, like, there's just, we've gotten into the world where now restaurants are, if you're going to run a credit card, they're charging you more. It's because credit card fees are outrageous.
I agree.
I mean, I'd say, like, at Neat, we were probably paying over $1,000 a month in credit card fees. And
That'll eat a small business alive.
And so I get that upcharge, but in a 5%. I'll also say this: as a server, And this is I worked in places like Chili's and local places, and that Manjuni's probably one of my favorite places to work at. Chili Verde was absolutely my favorite restaurant to work in outside of the one I owned. But I never Big Tops refused to charge gratuity, and I will tell you, as a server, your service will speak volumes for you. And this is on tables where they're not going to tip. But this is something I told most of my bartenders as they came in. I said, guys, we work and operate in the 20% rule here.
Yeah.
20% of what you sell, you're going to make back if you're just doing what you're supposed to do. You'll get more than that if you're going above and beyond. And so, but when you're forced a mandatory gratuity on people, you're limiting yourself on what they're going to give you. Because there's a lot of people, and I've done this. They see, 18%, I was going to tip you more, but that's what you wanted.
You chose your
You're
paycheck,
welcome.
yeah.
And it's like,
well, I also think you should pick your tables that you grat and that you shouldn't.
well, no, look,
Yeah.
I understand that
Yeah.
concept. I mean, that's why I specifically said I worked at Chili's. There were tables in that I still didn't.
Yeah.
And it was because you can if you get yourself in the mindset of like, this is what I'm going to do because they're not going to tip me, then you're not going to give good service. Like, you're going to give them something that's not worth tipping. I think people are like that.
Yeah. See, I always thought like guaranteed paycheck, baby. Yeah. I'm happy. I ain't worried about you no more.
But I never had an issue with big tables tipping ever.
Yeah.
Now, I say never.
You've definitely been jilted at the altar before.
Yeah, there's one or two, but it's nothing because the ones that I've been hooked up way more than I've been let down.
100. So I will agree with that. I mean, I'll have somebody, run up a huge tab and then not tip a penny on $400 at the bar.
Yep.
And then I'll have next person tip 20 on 20. And the next three people make up for it. It's really about a law of averages, and you can't just count every win and loss and then go, lost 5 times. Oh my God, this sucks, right? Like, no, just wait till the end of the night, count it down, and then you know how to act accordingly when you see them again. Yeah,
but to me, that tipping deal, like a lot of it is supplementing pay for your employees and stuff. To me, I felt like that was an employee saying, "No, we're going to do this."
Yeah.
And it put a bad taste in my mouth. Not that I wouldn't tip them on it, but 20% on a carryout. It's like,
yeah, I think to go for a few. To go is a few bucks for me. The thing that I don't like about tipping culture now is it's gotten absolutely out of hand. You're going into fast food restaurants and they're like looking at you like there's every time you run your card now, it asks for a tip. Like even in like chain fast food restaurants, I'm like, huh? Like for you to and do that, like, man, this is getting weird.
I would say this: the only coffee shops, I'm tipping.
You're gonna get it's a barista. That is a skill.
You're getting $1 for every drink I order.
Yeah,
that's my go-to.
Yeah, unless it's on the table when I walk in the door. Then you get more.
Yeah, sit down is that's going to be 20% or more. If I'm just walking up, getting my food, like carry out,
a few bucks,
maybe.
Yeah,
maybe depending. Like if it's McDonald's.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, let me give a shout out to a coffee barista. All right, you ready? Fiesta Nutrition, the Good Earth Eatery or whatever it's called.
Yep.
That lady in there, when she sees the truck pull up now, it's my latte it's already in her hand. Like by the time I walk through the door, she's like halfway there. I'm like, all right, cool. Like that unreasonable customer service, man. I'm telling you, I have figured out why I keep talking about it because it's what wins with me, and I am hard to please often.
And I've also figured out that if you drive a Cybertruck, you're noticed when you pull into parking lots.
That's fair. If you drive a white mid-sized full-size truck, they're like, well, we don't know if that's Farmer John or DJ.
Yeah. I think one I've left off that I really enjoy from customer service standpoint, and if I'm happy hour. Apero is probably one of my favorite happy hours, and it's appetizers and drinks.
So that was actually my room for improvement restaurant. Customer service has been really good there. I just don't think the food is up to par with the price or the atmosphere.
I'll say this: the atmosphere, I think, is phenomenal. Service is phenomenal.
Yes,
I'd agree. It's priced like Parish, but it's not. The food's not delivering like Parish. Now there are some appetizers in there. I don't really. When I go, I don't really eat entrees. I'm not there to. But I'll get.
Maybe I need to give it another try. Now I have had their appetizers and they were fine, except for it was just like, I don't know, man. I like if I was gonna go do that, I think I would rather go to Parish for appetizers.
Yeah. I would say, look, the shrimp toast,
I've had it. It was good.
tuna tartare is really good. I like the mushroom toast.
I'm out on that.
If you like mushrooms, you'll love it. It's a bunch of different ones. If you don't like mushrooms, you're out.
Yeah.
But I went there for New Year's.
I had the lamb lollipops.
Lamb lollipops are good. It's in a lot of it's like the sauce for the lamb lollipops is incredible. Some Jamaican jerk sauce, I can eat that literally on everything. The chimichurri on the steak bites, can eat that sauce on everything. But we went for New Year's and they turned the whole like market into a charcuterie board, and you had servers walking around, and it was incredible. Yeah, I mean, just that's another thing. Well, they have this crab and brie dip that you can get in the market. Incredible.
I don't like brie.
I love brie, man. Tastes
like dust.
Back to that summer where you got to put jams and jellies on it. You got to sweeten it up a little bit. Yeah. But that summer when I moved back home, there was a place called the Wine Loft off of Perkins Row, and we'd always go there. We'd go get a brie, a board with melted brie and all kind of different toast points and all kind of stuff like that on it. And that was another like hangout pregame spot.
I am a big fan of some adult Lunchables.
Oh, a charcuterie? Dude, yeah.
Bro, you give me a charcuterie board every day of the week, I am okay with it.
That's another one, man. We had a fundraiser for it was some Amtrak thing years ago, and where we had a bunch of people in town, and the people at the house that were hosting the party, they'd get the platter to come out and do a big charcuterie board, and it was their island in their kitchen, which was probably a 5 or 6 foot by 6 foot, and it was just an aisle, like there was nothing else on it but a big charcuterie. That was probably the most delicious charcuterie board and the coolest, like entertaining food that I've been to. But it came from the Platter, another great local place.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I think that is our time for today. You just heard what's the deal with Northeast Louisiana food, a little bit of unreasonable customer service, and how if you drive a Cybertruck, people put your whiskey on tables before you walk in the door.
That's right. Maybe one day. I have had people.
Let's be real. Would you actually drive it?
So I actually had the question asked this week. Because January's been a good month for me so far, guys. And they were like, so when do you get the Cybertruck?
So I actually thought when I bought it that I was like, this will be a 6-month vehicle for me. Yeah. I'm going to pass it down to somebody in the company, because this can be a marketing vehicle. It'll be like it'll be our van essentially, and man, turns out I love that vehicle. I don't want to. I normally 6 months to a year, I'm looking at something new. Man, there's zero on my radar.
I've had the opportunity to drive it once. It's a really cool vehicle to drive. Any Tesla really is a cool vehicle to drive when you get in there, especially when you put it in sport mode. But in all honesty, I actually really like my Sierra, and if I get a new vehicle, which I'm sure I will sooner rather than later, it'll just be a newer version of that. But it's probably be a pre-owned.
You and Alex are gonna look like Twinkies out there.
I mean, it's I made this comment a few years ago. Like I was looking out of City Hall, every vehicle across the street at the Civic Center was either black, white, or some tone of gray. I was like, man, how boring have we gotten as a society?
Oh, those are the most popular colors by far.
Because they're the easiest ones to sell, right? And it's not, but me personally,
I'm a gray or a white guy typically.
And greens and like just a splash of colors in there.
Well, you're going to love the new Tesla wrap then. Yeah. Because it's going to be bold, son. Bold. The Cybertruck's already bold. It's about to be real noticeable.
Yeah, well, tied,
That's right. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope we helped you out with your culinary experiences in Northeast Louisiana.
And go try some of those out. Leave some comments. Let us know what you think. if we're stupid, if we're right, if we're spot on. What are your favorite 3 burgers?
Or which restaurant owner did we piss off the most today?
Well, yeah. Look, look, as a former restaurant owner, I would rather know where I could have improved.
Yeah,
rather than
everything.
Everything
I said was said in love.
Yeah, it's none of it is said in like, hey, don't go eat at these places. It's said in the, if you improve this, you'll take what you got that's really good and make it better.
Yeah, I wish Apero's food would get better because I would love to go have a different set of scenery every now and then, and it's beautiful in there.
Yeah.
And they've always been whoever their general manager is, that guy. Customer service
he's great.
is it's up here. Like, dude's solid. I felt like he knew me, only realizing he doesn't know me, and I was like, wow, he really made me feel at home. So anyway, yeah, just things to build on. Guys, y'all have a great day. This is What's the Deal.
Thanks.
See ya.